lot of people will tell you, well, you go get a lot of opt-ins, you build a list. I don't really want somebody to just raise their hand. I want to raise their hand with their wallet in it, right?
Or an Amex.
And give me $10. Most people think they take the course to learn. They don't. They take the course to determine if they can do the thing. If the course convinces them, now they've got confidence. Basically, there are 4 very distinct things that you need to build when you're building a business, especially an online business. Welcome back to the Trainwreck Show. My name is Perry Belcher. I'm your host here today, the host with the most, as they say. Now, the unstoppable force of marketing and sales, that's what I do, along with my assistant, Emma Rainville. She loves that.
They'll never find your body.
I think secretary would be even better.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think secretary is a great title for me from now on.
How about assistant secretary?
Assistant secretary is great. From now on, when
like
you
that.
call me and say, Emma, I don't know what to do, I'm going to say, I don't know who you should call because I'm an assistant secretary. All I can do is take a message.
Our receptionist and part-time host at the Outback Steakhouse, Emma Rainville. How you doing? Actually, obviously, I'm joking. Emma Rainville, the Wizard of Ops, CEO of all my companies, and a master of operations, if I do say so myself. And I really hate to compliment her, especially to her face.
Anywho's.
What can I do for you?
I had wanted to hop on and I had wanted to talk to you about and document something that I feel like is very, very, very important. Recently, this has been a theory that you've had for a long time, but recently you've rebranded a theory and refreshened it for today called the 4 cylinders. And it's basically it's the operating system.
Operating engine.
The operating engine. Sorry. I'm
We
a
got
systems
we
person.
got a whole automotive theme.
I'm operations, so everything's always going to be system.
We have Ignite, Velocity, Driven.
Right.
Everything's automotive.
Perry likes cars, yet drives the cheapest Tesla. Anyway, so...
it has no cylinders.
Yeah, smart people don't spend stupid money. Anyway, so the 4 cylinders is the engine that we utilize within the Ignite Mastermind. Sure. And the whole thing is to get people who are in business or starting business or just getting traction in business under $1 million to $1 million. That's the entire point of Ignite. So talk to me about...
And really Ignite to get you to $10,000 a month. I mean, I think that's the real number. We've got other programs for people who are doing a lot more business.
Right.
But 0 to 10 grand a month. At 10 grand a month, you got something,
real.
And you know what's great? A lot of people like to stay under $10,000 a month. They like to make their $1,000 or $2,000 and they stay in Ignite for a really long time and they continue to learn more stuff. And they may never...
They enjoy the learning.
We have a lot of people in Ignite that are retired. That they're retired, they've got a pension, they've got Social Security, they've got whatever, and they want to make an extra $1,000 a month or something, or $2,000 a month. So it's been really good for them. But there's a lot of people that zoom past $10,000 in a matter of a couple of months and go on to, bigger and better things. It's a choose your own adventure kind of thing.
Yeah, there is ascensions throughout our mastermind programs. That's why I said that.
And awards and certificates. And
so whether you're 10,000 a month or 10 million a month,
we got plenty of 10 million and way over 10 million people
a month. I said, the engines.
The engines, yeah. So basically, I've been teaching something before called the 4 magic boxes. We just call it 4 cylinders down. It's functionally the same.
Everybody
thing.
hears 4 magic boxes and Perry Belcher and assumes we're going to OnlyFans.
Yeah, well. If you've been to my OnlyFans account,
then you probably have gouged your eyes out and vomited.
Thrown up a lot. Yeah. So the Ignite engine, I'm calling this the Ignite engine now. It's kind of weak that it's a 4-cylinder engine. It must be turbocharged. But basically, there are 4 very distinct things that you need to build when you're building a business, especially an online business, but it's really true with any business. The first box, and they have different purposes. The first box is what I call the Tripwire box. This is where people buy something. It's the first experience with you at giving you money. And oftentimes, this is a sub $10 purchase. I always try to get people to have a no risk, super low risk, impulse purchase thing that they sell to somebody. So let's say, for instance, that you're selling advisory, coaching advisory, and you're an expert baker. and you're teaching people, let's say let's just make up one. You're going to teach people how to open a home bakery, and that's your end thing, and you're selling $10,000 worth of equipment, and you're teaching people to be a home baker, right? Let's say that's it. So a lot of people would go out and try to sell that off the cuff. It's very, very, very hard to do because people don't know you, like you, or trust you. And I've talked before about the rule of 7-11-4, that people really need to spend 7 hours with you, have 11 interactions with you in 4 different modalities before they have enough information to determine if they want to give you.
If you want to know more about the 7-11-4 principle, it is on the podcast. You can go back and watch the whole video. We did an hour-long video on that, but go ahead.
But when you're going through these 4 steps, the first step is getting somebody to raise their hand.
Right.
But not just to raise their hand. A lot of people will tell you, well, you go get a lot of opt-ins, you build a list. And I'm a firm believer in newsletters and list building. But the rubber meets the road when I always say, I don't really want somebody to just raise their hand. I want to raise their hand with their wallet in it, right?
Or an Amex.
And give me $10. Give me $10, right? And this could be for a book. It could be for a little micro piece of software that you've coded. We've taught vibe coding, and, it could be for an annual membership to an association that you create, or an annual $10 membership to a newsletter for a year for $10, or whatever the case may be. Whatever it is to get $10 from somebody. That first box just shows discovery, but the purpose of that box to the customer is to show them possibility. It's to show them possibility. That you're revealing this new thing they didn't know about is possible, right? This is the box that matters the most. The further up the ladder you go, the beginning, the more power that has, because as you go through the other 4 steps, it multiplies, right? Mm-hmm. So your objective there is just to get somebody to give you some money and to realize that this new thing exists they didn't know existed. And if you're like let's say you're in the supplement space and somebody doesn't know about melatonin. I don't know who wouldn't know about melatonin, but maybe you say, I'm going to give you a book about melatonin and a free sample of melatonin so you can try it to see if you sleep better. That might be your $10 offer. If they're getting into running, you might give them a little pedometer to put on that you can buy from China for $2 and a book on how to walk yourself thin, whatever the case may be. You're just bringing them into a concept where they're interested in it.
Or
enough.
if they're your age, you could do like how to stretch before running so you don't need a knee replacement.
Sure. So I stretch before sex because I never know. So
you don't move during sex. We all know that.
So now your next step is box 2. This is where you might sell a course or create a coaching community in the school or something like that. Somewhere where people can spend more time with you to get deeper into the subject, right? And I'll give you another example here. Let's say, for instance, that we were all going to go gold mining. Mm-hmm. Emma probably has very little interest in gold mining. Maybe somebody else would have interest in gold mining. If somebody is willing to give me $10 for a book on gold mining, they have enough interest in gold mining to get my attention. Now, what would happen next? Well, they might want to, before they go out to the mine, they're like, well, I got this book, but I learned some stuff. But now I may want to buy this whole course on gold mining. I want to see somebody on videos. How do they pan for the gold? Exactly how do they do it? So in this area, you're going to sell them more education usually. It's either education or community or education within a community, which both of those are just fine. It may be a $50 to $300 commitment, generally speaking, for them to get more expert level. The benefit of this box for the customer is confidence. They're trying to go, okay, I could do that. So that's the second P. There's possibility is the first P. The second P is probability. Can I do this? And they're going to take the course. Most people think they take the course to learn. They don't. They take the course to determine if they can do the thing. If the course convinces them that, and it's simple enough and it's taught clearly enough, now they've got confidence. So let's say box 3 we're going to switch gears and say this is a different genre, and you're going to climb Mount Everest. And what we did first was sold you a book of all the stories about climbing Everest and the history of Everest and all that. Then we did a whole course showing you how to hook the mountain, what you need in your backpack, what to expect on the way up the mountain, what to expect on the way down the mountain, how to find a great Sherpa and all that. So you go to box 3, what would you want then? What would be in box 3? Box 3 would be tools. In a lot of our cases, tools are software or done-for-you services or masterminds or live events where they can rapidly absorb and be in community, right? But if you were going to climb Mount Everest, well, you need a hella good backpack. You need hooks and ropes and shoes and all that stuff. So people need tools. So it goes like that. That's the way people buy. There's a slight amount of interest. Then they get education and confidence. Then they buy tools that provide speed and automation. They want to make the process faster and easier. And that is universal in every process. It doesn't matter what it is, right? And you can make a lot of money selling tools even if you don't have the tools. Like, I know tons of people that have made money selling ClickFunnels or selling Go High Level. They'll convince a person they want an online business. They'll train them in that online business. And then the next thing they need, well, you got to have a shopping cart. You got to have
Or
a
CRM
account
that you pay for monthly.
Yeah, you got to have something else. So even if you don't produce that tool, you can still sell that tool, right? We interrupt this pod to bring you this really special announcement. You need to go right now. Well, maybe they want to go right now. Want to stop?
No, at the end. We don't want to have them stop.
Go to trainwreckshow.com. There's lots of bots there, GPT bots that do things for you, that do a lot of your work. So you don't have to work so much and drink more beer. The episode archives are over there. There's all of our resources, worksheets, workbooks. Everything that we've done that we give away is over there. Go get it right now. There's a lot of resources there. Way more resources than you get when you buy a lot of communities, I think.
And don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can catch every episode as soon as it hits. We'll send you a notification.
It doesn't mean you're liking Emma, by the way, because I know that slows us down on our likes. You can just click and say, I like Perry. You don't have to like Emma. It works the same way. So then the fourth cylinder, the last cylinder, is advisory. So this is where you're getting up into you're really serious people now. So let's say it's the lady who wants to start the home bakery, right? Mm-hmm. Think about where she's at now. She got a book on how to be a home baker. She took a course on how to start a home bakery. She bought $5,000 worth of equipment for her spare bedroom or her garage. Now she wants ongoing support, right? She wants ongoing support and advisory. Why? By the way, the third column is proof. It's possibility, probability, proof. You want to prove to them that they have all the tools to do it, right? But the fourth box, being advisory, most everybody screws this up and sells it wrong. This is where you charge the most money because your people have already invested now. They're pot committed, as you would say in poker, right? They put their toe in the water with a book. They put their leg in the water with the course. They went up neck deep when they went out and bought $5,000 or $10,000 of equipment. So now they want advisory. Why? Well, most people think, well, they want me to teach them more stuff. That's not true at all. By the time they get to that level, they've already studied everything you have. They've studied everything everybody else has. They've studied everything from the company that sold them the equipment. They read all the books. They're knowledgeable. They're buying mistake avoidance. They don't want to make mistakes. They're buying your wisdom and experience that you've already been there and done that, right? And this is true no matter what. I mean, if you're selling cars, if you're selling golf clubs, if you're selling whatever, and you can have an entry point in each of these. Maybe you sell golf clubs. So how does this help me if I sell golf clubs? Well, your golf clubs, your primary purchase is in box 3. But you still need box 1 and box 2 to make people feel confident about buying the golf clubs. And a lot of people that buy the golf clubs will still buy advisory. Like you go buy a $2,000 set of golf clubs at a country club, you're almost always going to hire a pro because you just spent $2,000 on golf clubs. You don't want to go ahead and swing them like an idiot. So this works in every situation. And those are the 4 cylinders of the Ignite engine. And that Ignite engine's helped a lot of people, thousands of people over the years make a lot of money.
Absolutely. Do you practice what you preach? What's your 4 cylinders?
Oh, yeah. My first cylinder's a little bigger than it needs to be. We've moved a lot of stuff to the free line, meaning that we have tons of YouTube videos, I have a free newsletter. We have a paid newsletter, though. I have a paid newsletter. It's $50 a year. And that's kind of my entry points. The Perry Belcher letter on Substack. You can go subscribe to it and give me $50. I'd appreciate it. You can get a free subscription, but
I'd really appreciate it because I bill them every month.
There's more content in the $50 one. And that's the kind of the entry point for me is about $49. Then we have the Ignite Mastermind Group. Mm-hmm. That's $400 a month or $3,000.
So that's the advisory.
That's the second. Once people have graduated from that, we have tools for them. Now, it's a little different in Ignite because almost all of our tools are included in the Ignite membership free. Mm-hmm. So it's a little different.
Wouldn't the tools be the live events? Because you said tools can be live events. They can be,
And then lastly, but we give them software tools, like lots of software tools.
It's crazy.
And then the last box are people that pay $25,000 a piece to come to the house and sit at the kitchen table and give me money a year on retainer, and oftentimes never ever call me. One of our guys, I won't say his name on here, but he gave me $20,000 last year to help him personally over the year, and I think we did 2 phone calls. But he wanted to have me in the glass to break in case of emergency.
I don't know who it is. I'll find out later, but I do know, you've had private clients in the past that have said 1.5 day with you has made them millions of dollars. Yeah. And
we'll usually do a half a day, and then we'll do a half a day. They get a half a day a quarter.
Yeah.
But most don't use it.
Most of them won't use it because you send them to go do stuff and everything explodes.
Yeah.
So they got to go collect all that money. They got to put all that money in a basket. No one's ever complained.
Now, I've never had a person ever do a day and pay all that money, which to me is a ridiculous amount of money. I charge a ridiculous amount of money because I just really don't want to do it. I don't want to take the time to do it. So I have to charge a ridiculous amount of money for it. I've never had a refund request. I've never had a disgruntled person. Never. At $25,000 a day, they're pleased when they leave. But I don't take people to do that unless they already have $1 million plus business that I know that I can help them move the needle on.
Right.
If I always tell them, and tell the same with everybody, I'm like a lawyer, but not a lawyer. I don't want to be like a lawyer. But successful lawyers are successful because they don't take losing cases. Mm-hmm. I've got to make sure that the people that I offer things to have the clear ability to ROI my investment, or I won't be around long. And I've been doing this is my 20th year in the advisory business. So I've been doing this 20 years, and I've gotten by, pretty well without having too bad of a reputation, other than with women. There's 4 women out there that hate me a lot.
I think it's more than 4. Just 4 women with your last name.
Yeah, 4 that hate me a lot. I got 4 ex-wives. My ex-wives don't even hate me. Yeah, ex-girlfriends, a different story. Anyway.
So where should they go to learn more?
Yeah, go to trainwreckshow.com and you can get a complete training on this. It's about 45 minutes long that you're probably going to want to watch. It may still say 4 magic boxes on it. That's being updated right now. If it does, look for that or the Ignite engine and study it, because this is the crux. This is the way that we build every business that we build. And, really, businesses just want 3 things. They want more customers. They want them to spend more money every time they come in, and they want them to come back more often. And if you follow these boxes, you'll accomplish all those things. It'll really work out for you, and I hope you do.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Thanks so much. See you next time on the Trainwreck Show.